So today I have something that's kind of a blast from the past at this point. The good old DongleBook. I remember when people were freaking out how much the price of these things were. And yeah, it was like $1,000 or something like that. And the dongles, which USB-C was like pretty new at the time. I think Apple was selling them for like $30. So yeah, not the greatest proposition when you factor in that these are also not the most performant things on the planet, not even when they released. And to showcase that, I think we just need to boot it. I think the boot times are actually not that bad on this, but still when you compare it to like even just other Apple laptops or higher end Windows laptops at the time in the same price point, this is just not it. And there we go, finally booted in. So before I started recording, I upgraded this to the latest version of macOS supported on this, which is Monterey. This one's the 2016 one that actually was allowed to live a little longer than the 2015 one, but still just as crappy performance. It's the Core M3. Supposedly the M7s aren't even that much better, and you spent like $400 more. 8 gigabytes of RAM, and those good old performant Intel HD graphics. So yeah, today I'm going to bring this to its knees with macOS Tahoe, because it's running a little too well. Like if I open Firefox, it's probably not going to take too long. So yeah, we gotta bring this to its knees because it's running too well, and I don't want it to work well. I want to show how bad it is. But first, I want to showcase just how underperformed this is, because like this runs well enough, like for daily use. Like I could probably use this to browse the web and whatever. But let's just compare it to my M5 MacBook Air and see just how ridiculously slow this thing is. So these both are running Firefox, the latest version, under the latest macOS version they support, and let's just run these and see how they fare against each other. Wow. Even with the crap load of extensions that the M5 MacBook Air has, it's already done. Yeah, so I think you can see just how stark the difference is. And this one has freaking like uBlock and Dark Reader and other extensions. This has nothing, and it's like just so much worse. And of course, like this has that like dual core M3, and yeah, so yeah, I don't think it's gonna run Tahoe well, especially because those Intel HD graphics are a thing, and Tahoe is a very GPU intensive OS. So let's get right into it. So to get Monterey, I did install OpenCore Patcher, but I don't think it supports the latest macOS from what I was looking. Because like if you go to like download macOS installer, it only shows up to Sequoia, no Tahoe. So when I was looking, I found, wow, look at how long it's taking to just like command Q quit. OCLP mod, if I recall correctly, yeah. So this one does support Tahoe, so we're gonna just see how well this works. Hopefully it doesn't matter that I can't read Chinese. So there we go, we'll download it, and then let's install it. Sure, yeah, I will obey the license. I'm also like super paranoid about dust getting under the keys on this, because when I got this, it had some issues, and I'm seeing one like right there. I don't know if it's showing on camera, but hopefully it doesn't get under and then cause lots of issues later, but whatever. I'm just gonna deal with it. So now, open core mod. This is one thing that I miss about Mac OS's before Tahoe, by the way, is Launchpad. I actually kind of like this, and it's sad that they got rid of it. Whoa. Alright. I think I know what I'm doing. I think I want a .app, because I am currently in macOS, right? Yeah. Okay, this is gonna take a while. Oh Jesus, finally. Actually, I'm not even sure if this is the final thing. Let's just say yes. I have no idea what this means. Let's just pick one. The other one? I have no idea. Crap, I need to open like the normal open core. Just to even understand what I'm looking at. Okay, I think I need to install open core. Yes? Maybe? Okay, this looks right. Yeah. Sure. I think that did it. I guess we'll see. Oh my god, this is gonna take forever to boot, huh? I've made a mistake. Shut up, I don't need tips for my new Mac. No, shut up. Also, I realized while I was downloading that the battery was low, so I plugged in a charger into the singular USB-C port. So, anyway, let's go back to OpenCore mod. I see install macOS Tahoe is there. Hopefully that's a good sign. Oh, come on. Why is this so slow? Ah! Okay. I think you're what I need. Okay, let's just try installing Tahoe. Like this. Alright, continue. Oh. Okay. Time to compare the two again. Okay, so I created the macOS installer. Let's just try regular OpenCore. Oh, was asking for a USB. I will be back while I find one. Alright, I found one, and it is 32 gigabytes, so hopefully this is good. And once again, the single USB port here is causing issues, and that is why I have this, because I knew this was going to be a problem. Once again, not a problem now that these dongle things are everywhere, but definitely would have been a problem in 2015. Alright. Search for them again. Yes. I'm glad that I can actually install Tahoe with the existing OpenCore Legacy Patcher thing. Yes. Yes. Oh my god, that took forever. At least 2 hours, but it finally finished. Would you like to continue and install OpenCore to this disk? No, because I already did that. Okay, I think that now what I need to do is shut down. Okay, now if I remember right, I just need to press this and then hold Option right after I hear the this. Okay. Oh, it's keyboard only. It's just straight up saying no. That is a great start. Hello? Let's just boot it into the normal thing and try reinstalling the OpenCore patch. Okay, once again, I think I need to reference the normal version. Alright. Then I assume that is yes. Oh, I need to patch the installer too, don't I? It's probably what went wrong. I forgot to do that. No idea what this says, but yes. Yeah, restart. I think that was just saying the hold option when restarting, which I did do. So, alright. I'm guessing EFI boot, because that one's different. Simple hack. I think the install Tahoe, I'm guessing. Well, it's not immediately saying I can't boot from it, so that is a good start. The combination of slow thumb drive plus slow computer is going to make this take forever to even get into the install environment, huh? Alright, there we go, and This is tiny. What the hell? I think I can tell that we're not on supported hardware, but I think this will be fine. So far so good anyway. Sure, continue. Agree. Yeah, I agree, definitely. Okay, Macintosh hard drive. Okay, and then I guess we just let this sit forever again, probably. Oh, it rebooted right into this. Yes, we can probably just shut down and unplug the install drive, maybe, and then try this. Maybe it's fine. I can't tell if this lack of anything is due to the fact that the install is broken or just the slow M3 chip. No. Guess we're back to the drawing board. Oh, wait a minute. I held Option while booting, and I'm seeing on the disk there's a macOS installer. So maybe if I go back into that, maybe not. I'm thinking maybe I need to restart the installer, and then, like, when it restarts, just, like, boot right into that installer. So I might go ahead and try that. Oh, wait. Maybe I need to go into here, so that it, like, doesn't think that I can't go into it. Then maybe we just need to, like, reinstall OpenCore. Not really sure, I've never done this before. Alright, this seems like it's going to take forever, and I need to get lunch, so we will be back once this is done doing whatever it's doing. Oh my god, it actually worked. I was not recording when it booted, but there was literally no animation. It just, like, kind of flashed on screen and that was it. So that's cool, I guess, except there is no background. The mouse is animated very slowly, so I think there's an integrated graphics issue. But, you know, let's log in and see what happens. I might have to do some extra stuff. One thing that I did have to do was, like, hold Option, then go back into that Hackintosh booter to boot into the Macintosh HD. So I think I need to rerun OpenCore, install that to the drive, and then install the graphics drivers, like the post OpenCore stuff, so we'll see what happens. This is also taking a very long time. Not entirely surprising, I guess. Oh, there's a background. Software update complete. Oh, also, one thing that I noticed in the installer and also here is that everything is really tiny, and now the mouse is going even slower. I think already we've brought this to its knees. Oh, the background's changing though. Okay. Your Mac has been updated to macOS Tahoe. Can I even make it to the continue button? Actually, should probably say only download automatically. Come on, little mouse, you can do it. Come on. You can make it. Oh god, is this whole setup experience gonna be like this? I already set this up, why are you making me redo it? It's been a very long time since well, no, that's not true. My MacBook Pro that I was upgrading from to the MacBook Air, that had an update to Tahoe, and it didn't have any of this. Maybe a few setup screens, but didn't have me totally reselect the Wi-Fi. I think Wi-Fi is just not working. Nothing's loading. Let's just say continue. Another thing that we'll probably just have to fix afterward. Yeah, just continue. I don't give a crap right now. Alright, no, I don't need analytics. No, I don't want File Vault. The CPU's already bad enough on this. I'm not gonna make it even worse. Yes, I know it's not gonna be securely encrypted. Oh, come on, just let me skip this. Why did the skip button go? No! I wanted to skip this. Are we finally getting to the desktop? Please tell me we are. I'm getting kind of sick of this. Okay, it's been stuck here for more than an hour, so I think it's gone. I just gotta try it again. Oh shit. We're actually on the desktop. I guess force turning it off and on actually worked. And I think gestures are actually working. Yeah, the trackpad is fine. It's just the graphics that are really off. So let's go to the OLCP mod. I missed Launchpad. This is so sad in comparison. God, it's so slow. To be expected. Come on, you can do it. Alright, so first we need to install OpenCore on the actual drive in this. It's starting to run a little better now that it's actually in. We want the Apple SSD. Yes, yes. Please just work. Once again, no idea what this is saying. Okay, that says OpenCore transfer completed, so I think we can just click that. Okay. Okay, that bottom one says remove installed patches. I want that one, I think. Oh wait, I'm seeing max retries exceeded errors. I forgot that Wi-Fi wasn't working. Well, I guess we'll let this do what it's doing before doing anything else. Oh, cool. More stuff I don't understand. That looks affirmative. Oh, it's just asking if I want to restart. Sure. Oh, even like the haptic trackpad is lagging. That's not great. But this will be a good test to see if OpenCore got installed right. Oh. Can't tell if that was booting off the thumb drive or if that was the MacBook itself, but it seems to be booting. That's good. Alright, we booted. Ooh, still awful. I have a feeling we have no graphics acceleration at all. Display 20 megabytes. Yep, we do not have graphics acceleration. That is great. Maybe we can at least increase the scaling so that I don't have to get my magnifying glass to see what's on the screen. Stuff is still loading very slowly. Just unknown display. Oh, never mind, we have some stuff. Do I seriously get no other options? Just that and that's it, I can't even turn it down. Fine. Oh, also Wi-Fi is still not working. Also, why do you have to index the freaking applications list? Just literally lists all the applications in the applications folder. You know, maybe getting rid of Firefox in the background will help. Oh wow. Yeah, that increased performance significantly. Ah. Where did that go? You know what? I don't think I have the patience to actually go through and finish setting this up. I think you can tell it's already been brought to its knees. Can't even run this. And I was seeing that other people were struggling to even get graphics to work. I saw in this one other YouTube video, they got it to work with disabling virtualization to the boot args, but everything else seems to be a bust. Sequoia seems to be better, but I'm not going to go through that whole painful process of copying stuff to a thumb drive again, so we are going to do Linux instead. So I have this thumb drive filled with a lot of different Linux distro ISOs. Let's put it in the dongle. Do the same thing, turn it on, press option, and then go into EFI boot. I'm actually not sure which is the right one. That one looks like OpenCore, so I think it's this one. There we go. Yeah, so I use Ventoy, which is pretty nice because you can basically just throw an ISO and then be able to boot from there. I've been wanting to try Bluefin more lately, so we're gonna do that. But I was having problems with this booting in normal mode. Seems to be a known problem. But we can do it in Grub2 mode. I get the feeling that this is gonna perform a lot better than what happened in Tahoe, although it's still taking a while to boot. Lovely. Well, I will be back once it boots. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's booting quicker than I thought. Or maybe that's false hope. Okay, I will be back once this boots. Oh nice, we're in. Whoa. That is night and day from Tahoe, and the gestures work. Pretty cool. Let's, just for fun, let's try speedometer again, just to see what's up. Oh, it's telling me I have to connect to Wi-Fi. I've been so broken that I'm forgetting the most basic things. Not sure if audio works, but maybe it does. That does not seem very functional, but oh well, can't get everything. Alright, let's see if this does any better than that 5.4 score from earlier. Ooh, 7.27. That is significantly better. So yeah, I think that installing a Linux distro is going to be way better on this, without a doubt. So let's install this. I'm sure this will be way quicker than the Tahoe installation. At least I hope so. Still kind of taking a hot second to load things, but at least it's not unbearably slow like Tahoe. Next. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we want the whole SSD, I think. Unless, are those considered separate? Actually, maybe I should not do that, because that's probably the recovery, and I don't want to wipe that. So yeah, we'll use entire disk. Sounds good to me. Sure, why not? On second thought, maybe I should do this since the CPU's terrible. And that looks good to me. And now we wait. And there we go. Now I think that here we have to actually like manual restart. So we'll just power off and on. If I did this right, we should just boot right into Bluefin. Oh, yes, I know it's charging. And there we go, booting right into Bluefin. Still evidently a little on the slow side. Nice. Took a little bit. Seems to be barely snappy otherwise. What default images do they have? Nothing that interests me. Nice. Wow. This is actually pretty good. We're not even in performance mode, not that I think that would really do anything, but yeah. Part of the reason I've been wanting to try Bluefin is that it's an immutable OS, so theoretically you shouldn't be able to break anything, and OS upgrades are just like done in the background. It just switches to the new image. It's supposed to be pretty nice. Bazite is the same company, Universal Blue, does this, and Bazite I've been using and it's really good, so I figured I'd use a more regular desktop-oriented one. That said, I do want to try one more thing, because evidently, even like in the live USB, the speedometer test ran better than macOS Monterey. But I do want to try a little bit of gaming on this. So let's go ahead and do that. So in all these Universal Blue images, it's done through this bizarre app. It's very similar to like the GNOME Software Center or KDE's Discover. Oh, whoops, I just opened it twice like a boomer. Why isn't this opening? I need to open it again. Maybe I actually should. I can't tell if I accidentally like stopped it or if I'm now just opening like 3 different instances. Ooh boy, this is so fast. Hello? Well, I guess I could do this the terminal way. Because it's immutable, you can't really install things the normal way, but I was probably just going to do a flat pack anyway. I don't remember exactly how to do this. Don't judge me if I'm getting the commands wrong. Steam. There we go. Wow, I can't type. I'll just blame it on the keyboard. It's totally not a me problem. Did I install to the user? Whatever. Doesn't matter. It's not asking me for a password, so... And now, once again, we wait, so I will be back once this finishes. Now, I am not a benchmarker by any means, but I do have some ideas of games that definitely won't run, but some that may run. Some that probably will, even despite this underpowered CPU, so we'll just try a few different ones from a few different eras. Of course, that means Steam is going to have to open, unless it didn't. That might be an issue, actually, if Steam does not run. Oh, running? What? Something Steam is running. Not sure what. You know, I'm gonna log out and log back in and see what that does. Oh wait, there we go. It was just a little slow. I think I underestimate how slow this thing is. So I'll just let it sit and give it a few. Alright, finally loaded. I just realized I'm going to have to use my phone to sign into Steam with Steam Guard active anyway. It's going to take a little bit to download the game, so I am going to stop recording and then come back once all that is done. Alright, so several hours later I have some games installed. It took really long. Some of them I'm not even sure if they're actually going to work. Resident Evil 7, the DX11 version, is probably too much for this thing. I also found during that there's some weird issues, like, I mean, first of all, the audio isn't working, which I should have tested in the live CD. Maybe I did, I don't really remember. But also when this goes to sleep, it just, like, can't re-authenticate. It just constantly says, couldn't authenticate. Or the screen will just turn on, so I have caffeine turned on right now, so it doesn't go to sleep while I'm doing this. I probably won't run Bluefin on this, but we'll see, maybe there's a fix. But anyway, I have Mass Effect, something that's like a decade old for this computer. Shantae, which should run. I would be surprised if it didn't. Resident Evil 4 with, I believe on Steam it's got HD textures, and then Resident Evil 7 DX11 version, and I expect this to crash and burn. Oh, I also have Minecraft. So I've got like a wide gamut of things. I'm not a games benchmarker by any means, but I feel like this will give us a good idea of how this runs. So let's start with Shantae. If this doesn't run, then there's no hope. It could have been way worse. Not sure why this is windowed. I also don't actually know how to play this game with keyboard. So we'll figure it out. So far it seems good though. Also, I've always found it funny how in this game it just says 8 game. They didn't see that it doesn't say exit. Okay, that good? I guess we'll see. Oh, it's the arrow keys. Ugh. How do you even jump in okay, it's X and Z. Also, these keys are... That X key is very clacky. But on the plus side, this game seems to be running just fine. Very low ceiling, I know, but hey, gotta take the wins you can get. Okay, what's back out of that? Well, it says exit game there, so that's good. Alright, the next most intensive thing is probably Minecraft, so we will try that. Okay, anyway, let's just make a single player world. Sure, defaults are fine. Whatever, just make the world. Time for the first CPU taxing thing. I don't think it's a good sign that these are just like... I don't think those are supposed to look like that. Oh wow, that was actually a lot quicker than I thought it would be. Oh, that frame rate looks awful. 14 FPS. Yeah, I don't think that's great. Let's turn off all the things. Oh, I didn't even realize that there was a preset. Oh well. We'll see how all that works first. Well, 31 looking up at the sky. Looking anywhere else that is still awful. Let's try their presets, see if they're any better. Whoa, that is not what I want. Fast. I don't remember. Can you lower the resolution in Minecraft? Because I think that will actually be the biggest boost. Full screen resolution. Let's turn that down to like Steam Deck resolution. Whoa, GUI scale's bad again. Oh, look at that. When we set it to the Steam Deck's resolution, it's 60. And very crappy graphics settings. But, oh, yeah, it's going down to 30, but this is playable, at least for me. I could deal with this and be totally fine with it. But let's see what it was at defaults again and see if that's any better. Now that I've lowered the resolution, I think it was fancy. Oh. Yeah, okay, so you're only really going to be able to play this at a lower resolution on the fast preset. Anything more than that, and that's just too much for this poor Intel HD graphics iGPU to handle. Time to see Mass Effect, which honestly is one of my favorite games of all time. This is not the Legendary Edition because I feel like the better textures there would just not work. Plus it was like 75 gigabytes, I think, so we'll just go with the original. Now once again, keep in mind that this game is like 9 years older than this MacBook. Minecraft is like current version of Minecraft, so like that one's a little more excusable. Probably could have tried a lower version of Minecraft. But this one, there's no excuse for this to not run it, and I have a feeling it's not going to run that well. I don't think it's great that we're getting 10 FPS in just the menu. Resolution, it's already like 1024 by 768, so that's great. Let's turn it down to 600p. Wow, this game looks a lot worse, but the FPS is 4 more. I think I have a save file. Oh wait, no. Start new career. I forgot. This does not work on Steam cloud saves, I don't think. So we're gonna have to go through the setup. Which one was your favorite if you've played this game? I think I've always liked the ones that are like part soldier, part other things. So like the infiltrator or the vanguard were always my favorites. Yeah, we'll go with the default. And once again, we're getting 10 FPS in the menu. Getting 25 in the loading screen though, so, you know, powerful machine over here. Oh, I forgot you can't really, like, skip anything in this. But this is, like, the very beginning cutscene with, like, nothing on screen, and it's already running like this. I had a desktop in 2015 with an AMD FX 8350 and an R7 360, and I ran this game at like 60 FPS. Same time as this MacBook, and it ran way better, so I think it just goes to show, even in this device's own time, how non-performant it was, which is just crazy for anything Apple would put out, even at the time. That Jupiter texture in particular was awful, oh my god. And this cutscene is running at like sub 10 FPS. I also wonder how much of this is thermal throttling, because I noticed when downloading games it got really hot, and yeah, it is really warm. I wish I had a thermal camera just to show what the thermals were like on this. Probably part of the reason it's running awfully, because there are no fans on this thing either, which would be fine for a low power ARM chip. But this, it's still fairly low power, but not very efficient. Yeah, I think it's safe to say this game won't run well. We're only on this ship and it's already running this bad. So I think I'm going to call it quits for this one. So already only 2 of the games that are fairly low barriers of entry were playable, and one of them we had to turn all the way down. So let's see how Resident Evil 4 runs. I think the Steam version has HD textures, but it's mostly the same game. Dolphin would probably be a better experience, but I don't think Dolphin will run well on this either. Alright, I waited for the Vulkan shaders process, so surely this must run fine, right? Oh no. This is a great sign. Can't even get more than 2 FPS at the logos. Can't even escape them. Can't escape this own hell that I've put myself in. Is this actually like stuck at the Capcom logo, or is it just taking that long to get through it? Genuinely cannot tell. Well, I'll just let this sit, and we'll see how long it takes to actually get through this. Oh, I turned away and then looked back, and it is through the Capcom logo. Not through all the logos, though. finally. It is running a little better in this menu, so I don't know what was up in the logo screens, but this does not give me high hopes for the game itself. Maybe if we can lower the resolution, but the mouse sensitivity is way off. It's very not responsive either. Oh, the FPS went up? Oh, that is a very high resolution. That's probably part of the problem. We do 1280 by 800. Alright, there we go. Don't think 60 FPS is going to be realistic. Most of these settings are probably way too high. Okay, so this has HD and original textures. Did you actually change the resolution? The FPS did go up, but not by as much as I had hoped. It's because it didn't change the resolution. Oh, that one I actually had to press enter for. And the game is frozen. Steam is still reporting oh. Did I have to like confirm in something that didn't pop up? Okay, yeah, there was like a hidden window. I just pressed left and then enter and then it was fine. Alright, well, oh, okay, that's way better. This might actually be playable. Let's just load a save file that I had. I'm not the greatest at this game. You can tell with all the saves. I also don't know why when I played this I saved so much, but... Ugh. That's a great sign. The fact that the polling is very slow. I turned everything down as much as I could. I guess we can lower the resolution even more. This is so blurry. But I guess it's like the authentic GameCube experience. Well, I guess after seeing how Mass Effect did, this is not entirely surprising. Also, I can't actually fire. Can I? Because I can't left click. Well, doesn't matter because this is unplayable anyway. Do I dare try Resident Evil 7 after what we've seen? Especially because I'm sure this is very warm. Yes, it is. Screw it. I spent the time to download this. So, let's do it. Let's see if it even gets in the game. That took absolutely way too long to compile shaders that I know is going to come to absolutely zero fruition. There's going to be no payoff here except for it runs bad. Although the logo is running way faster than Resident Evil 4, that is actually surprising. Can I click through all these logos? Oh, I have no idea what that was, but kinda scared. Scarier than the game itself. Yeah, I think this is showing just how performant the game itself is going to be. Hello. Come on. You can take me to options. Please? I think this is cool, but I don't like it in this moment because it's making it impossible for me to change the settings. I'm always a sucker for these like diegetic interfaces though. I'm not even running at full resolution and it's running like this. Am I gonna have to painfully go through each resolution? Not so sure how much more patience I have to slowly page through these. Okay, we're gonna just stick with Steam Deck resolution. I think it defaulted to mostly low settings. I don't know why this looks so bad, because resolution scaling is set at 0.8. You know what? Enough menuing around. Let's just go into the game just so we can see how it runs. Oh yeah, also probably spoilers for the game. Surprisingly, that load time wasn't so bad. Okay. Oh yeah, this is a major spoiler. Maybe I should blur this, even if this is an approaching a decade old game. I am going to still blur this out in case you've not played this game. But yeah, 3 FPS. Granted, I didn't do a whole ton of adjusting, but I don't think we could get much more anyway, given how Resident Evil 4 and everything else ran. Well, I think that that does it for this video. I think we can safely say we brought it to its knees and made it very hot in the process. It's kind of insane how hot it gets. Now, for like normal productivity related tasks in the current age, I think that this is totally fine and usable. It's a little slow, sure, but like I can go to DuckDuckGo pretty quickly, search for like hyenas or something, I don't know. And like this all runs perfectly fine. I could probably even do a few tabs. 8 gigabytes RAM is not much, but I mean, Apple decided they can still make devices with 8 gigabytes, so yeah, I think this is totally fine for that kind of purpose. But if you try to do anything outside of this purpose, it's not gonna cut it. I think literally its only advantage is how thin it is, because it is really thin and light. It's way lighter than my MacBook Air that I showed earlier. I think this will be nice to like throw in a bag if I'm like giving a presentation at a convention or something. I think I'll try putting Sequoia on this. I think that'll be a much better experience than Tahoe that I was trying earlier, and maybe DongleBook with some Linux distro. We'll have to see. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing me suffer through all this. That was kind of awful. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments or whatever. Let me know if you liked it, all that sort of stuff. And hope you enjoyed this, and see you in the next video. Bye!